to the broadcast and the program here today. We don't have Randy here to help. Randy is on vacation for a minute, but Randy will come back again. But that's so, because Randy's not here, we have the show brought to you in these fancy colors. Because normally Randy really restricts our creative freedom about the fancy colors. So we're just going to take advantage of Randy not being here today. And that's really nice. No Randy, but what a treat. So today is the reviews. We got unboxing on the show. We got some fan mail. It's feeling good. And we're happy to have Bear here to help. And we have Zeddy here. Yeah, and they're gonna hang out, help us do some reviews. So we're gonna start off with something real simple. We have this tea light candle here from Hill Pine Meadows Candles. See, hope it looks real nice for you. So we're going to show you what that looks like lit up here. We have also candle holder from Third Cup. I'm going to say thanks for providing that here. Let's see if you can see this get lit at home. Probably not, but you know, it works like this. So I'd say the lighting was as to be expected for a tea candle. Definitely not out of the ordinary. So I appreciate that about it. It survives the drop test here into the holder, and now we have a burning candle. No problem at all. As far as tea lights go, I'd say that's basically a perfect score. As a general candle, maybe not so much. There's no scent, which is something I like. Maybe not everyone likes a scentless candle, but I think it's gonna do well in the burning here this evening. Another review that happened there, micro review, is of this blue Bic lighter. It's been used many times now, only about halfway full. Still lights perfectly fine. Great lighter, highly recommended. Would say as far as disposable lighters go, this is probably your best choice. The Bic. So you don't want to put the lighter in the candle because you could have a problem with that. So before the show started, we got a little excited about this review. Here we have some bread. We have some bread with toppings, but we're gonna get close to show you those toppings. So we have molasses and some I believe it is vegan margarine from our friends at Beasel. We're gonna eat that and let you know what it makes us think about. You know what, that really reminds me of Roy. Roy's a real good one for giving you the molasses. Definitely introduced me to the flavors. So we have it here on the Sophies 3-bun home style whole wheat, which was a great deal at only $2.39 for a loaf. And topped with this. First, the margarine, which creates an impenetrable layer for the molasses, which would normally sink into a slice of bread, which has not been previously treated with the fat. But thanks to that, you really can taste both flavors, and the bread being not toasted really reduces the mess factor. I gotta say, that's some good stuff. Style of choice, quick and easy if you're ever looking for a little snack. I'd say 8 and a bit stars for sure. Not 9, but 8 and a bit, which is a pretty good rating. Okay, so Bear, I said she was relatively impressed, but has seen better stuff in the past. But this is an important segment of the show where we check and see if we're online. And this is important because in the past we've had some issues with whether or not we're online. It looks like we're online. There's flies in the home. I'm gonna have to review the flies. It's really good. They're doing a great job being flies. So it looks like we can hear the buzz, and that ends that segment of the show where we check whether or not we can hear it. So that's one fly. I don't know if you guys are having problems this October with the flies in your home, but it definitely comes up for some people here in Newfoundland. So this is a bit of a serious review now. We have the Burn-O-Matic, Torch-O-Matic 1 here. Great looking device. Purchased about a year ago. Worked great for a while. Here's the issue now. Almost impossible to light. Absolutely. Well, actually, that was some of the best luck we've had in ages. So it's probably showing off for the show and you guys. 3 tries there again. That's great, folks. What if we point this the other way? We don't want to burn our microphone, but this is... Okay, we got it in 4. Anyway, guys, why doesn't it light the first time? That's the big question here on the show. And we're going to have to give this lighter only a 4 out of 10 because of the fact that it's so hard to light sometimes. It hurts your hands. It's great that it stands up. It's very safe with this quick release trigger, although it can be set in continuous mode because it's a soldering iron, and that can be dangerous if you're just looking to light things on fire. You may set that down and forget how to turn it off, which is also kind of a bad feature. So, low ratings for safety, low ratings for durability, a decent rating for standableness, and a good rating for how long it lasts. Because you don't have to refill it too much when it's working, which is nice. And you can get a fire going pretty easy with that, and you can burn a lot of other things too. But you can do that with any lighter. So again, 4 out of 10. Not the best lighter. Okay, so this is pretty cool. We got a few things in the mail from some fans. But before we get to them, we're going to unbox something else. So today we went to the store and got some of these delicious Perrineau pitted dates. As you can see, we're going to bring that up closer to the camera there. You can see they come from these palm trees in faraway lands and looking real good in there. So I'm going to open this for the first time, folks. We have this new box of dates. So I'm actually excited about this because this has been my favorite kind of dates around for quite a while. They really do it a whole lot better than the brick dates that you can find. The medjool dates. Here we have Sayer dates from our friends at Perrineau. So thank you. Okay, this is different, but they didn't send the dates this time. We just have sugar. It looks like sugar, I think. Feels like sugar. Definitely a sugar-like look. Now, you shouldn't try that if it could be poison, but this is actually just sugar, which is nice of them to send the sugar. Maybe even better value. Although this was kind of overpriced at $5.99 for what looks like about a kilogram of sugar. So the dates would have been a better deal. Normally these dates are a good 9 out of 10 date, a 9.5 out of 10 food. But what we're looking at here is actually a lot lower rating because of the failure to include the dates this time and the poor value for the sugar contained within. Although it is perfectly viable and fine sugar. Gets the job done. But because of the poor value, we're going to have to only give this a 2 out of 10, which is sad because we were excited to give that a great rating. But maybe next time on the show, we can figure out how to get that up. So we don't want to do all the unboxing in a row because we actually don't have a whole lot of sealed products here today. I just want to admit right away so that you don't get your hopes up. But what we do have here is a great pot. So this has been around home for quite a while. It's kind of made of a thin metal, as you can see or hear. That might be less useful than a thick metal, but what you gotta know is this heats up real quick. So if you want to fry your onions in there, fry those onions, and it'll happen in no time. Although the heat is lost very quickly, you may have difficulty boiling, but if it's a variety of pot lids, and these handles here are handy, yet could be improved if they were metal, then we would be able to put this pot into the oven. Right now as it stands, you would probably melt the handles off. So we can't give this pot a great rating, but we're going to give it a good 6 out of 10 because it gets the job done. And if that's all you got, this was free. If you get this for free, that's good. Because the value is an important part of life and whether or not you're getting deals. So free is one of the best deals you can possibly get. If you get a pot for free, take that pot, figure out what to do with it. If you don't like it, give it to someone else. You give it to the thrift shop. You give it to anyone, and they can make use of it. Just don't leave it in force. There's no need. So, gotta say that was a very, very regular pot. So this is kind of a different type of review session. We're gonna have to review drinking multiple drinks at once. It's actually it's good for you. It keeps you healthy. But it looks like here that this drink is actually gone. So 2 drinks, that's kind of a 2-drink minimum, and it's no big deal. But we're going to actually show you something special here today. So we're going to have to get up for a second and grab something out of the chilling chamber. It's very exciting having to get up and search in the chilling chamber here. So we just got this one today from our friends at Sophies, which is really nice of them. Been giving us a lot of stuff lately, which is nice. But you know, it's gonna feel like a betrayal when I give you one of the tips later. But you know, it's good. So what we have here is the silk soy milk in the 1.89 liter container from our friends at Non-GMO Project Verified Product of the USA Organic Company. So what's pretty unique about this experience, this is actually a silk unboxing. So this is what it looks like when you get it home from the store. You're going to find this little thing in the top. I'm going to bring that closer so you can see it because it's really important. So you see inside there, there's a little thing inside of the cap. Get your finger, fits in this, see? In the little thing. Now, you gotta be careful because if you point the curtain in the wrong direction, you could spill the milk out by accident. There you go, see? Nice and easy to remove. Simple removal. Hurt my finger a little bit, so I have to take away a point or 2 for the removal. But the cap works great as well. No problems there. Really solid. You know, it was slightly hard to get that off, but we don't mind. So we got a cup here, which we're gonna do a micro review in the middle of this milk unboxing. Here we have the yellow glass cup from the Villaggio collection. This was purchased a couple of years ago, actually, so it's doing pretty good here in the home. But it has a nice clear finish, and we're going to see how it takes the milk, whether or not it can hold a little bit in the glass. So again, we're going to continue the milk unboxing and see exactly what this milk looks like pouring out. And we want you to see that up close. That looks real good there, folks. So here we have the milk, and all right, looks real nice. Kind of a creamy, yellowy white color in the box. Not a chalky white at all. Definitely more palatable white. Looks like something you might put on the wall. Form of cheese, maybe. Returning to the cup. The cup holds the milk very well. I'm actually impressed. I thought there might be some leakage, seeing that this is a glass cup and everything, but there appears to be no leakage. It's transparent, so I can see the milk on. Although the milk is opaque, I can still see the milk through the glass, which is excellent feature of this cup. It lets you know that something's in there, that it's safe. Now you can take a look in the bottom to see if there's any foreign objects. I highly recommend using a transparent glass for most things if you could. So this is actually a great glass. The only downside, maybe the strange size. Maybe the modern North American diet isn't used to a tiny glass like this. But the milk, soy beverage, is excellent. Very creamy, delicious, slightly sweet. Definitely a choice you could make. And we see here on the side of the milk box, it's fortified with a variety of vitamins and minerals to keep you alive, which is great. It's good to stay alive. But we do have multiple drinks here. And again, it's less a review, more a recommendation. Suggest you try multiple drinks. You realize that if you tire of one, you can always switch to another. And with a certain order, it can allow your mouth to feel the many different feelings. Happiness, joy, overwhelming conditions. So here we have the Heritage Flakes from our friends at Nature's Path. This is a form of flake, human flake. You see that up close. So you can find this at Sophies in the organic section. Our friends at Nature's Path gave us this on the conditions that we did shout out their friends Sophies. So this is an $8.99 bag of cereal. It seems sort of expensive, but look on the side and you see 907 grams. Well, that's a lot of grams, you know. More grams than I usually get. So we have this bowl here. Great bowl. We're not going to review that bowl today on the show. We actually reviewed that in a previous broadcast last year. So the pour factor is excellent from this bag. It really lets you. Well, we're gonna have to take away 2 points for that. It does make it easier to drop with the lack of box. But the table feature is actually quite good. We're gonna have to say their table flake may even be better than the flake, but it's still in the bag. So it's Heritage Flakes again from Nature's Path. Nice cereal. We're gonna go through what it says here. Kamut, Khorasan wheat. I don't know if we said that right. Oats, spelt. We have a friend who really likes spelt. A fan of the show. That's great. Barley, millet, quinoa. So variety of grains from our Heritage Past. That's nice. 907 grams again. And we see this actually, once again, comes from the non-GMO Project Verified company here in Canada. So that's nice of them. We're going to let Bear and Zeddy give them a little try as well. We remember, again, don't put your lighter around the fire. You could have issue, so you're going to keep your candle somewhere safe. And if you have only one copy of your skin, careful with it. Don't burn it. Don't make it dirty. Especially if you have ancient skin. So the cereal looks great in the bowl. We're going to bring that up close. See, the crunch factor is really through the roof there. That was not the cereal's fault, but the operator. We're not gonna take that away from it all. So another use of this cup that we had earlier, is actually as a pouring vessel. It would go kind of quickly, or it might run down the side. Well, that's nice. Starts to add some milk to our cereal here, because it's recommended on the bag to add some milk in. I'll put in a little bit more there, just to make sure there's enough lubrication for the flakes. Now, one thing this cereal failed to come with was a spoon. I thought it could really use a spoon, because I didn't know how I would eat it without a spoon once I had put the milk in, especially considering you could get the milk combined with the cereal together at the shop for $11 rather than $14. So I thought, because of this, they must go together perhaps. Yet I didn't get a spoon. So I have to take away a few points for Nature's Path not including a complimentary spoon there. But that's no problem, because we actually have a few reusable spoons here at home. But we're going to go with a smaller type of spoon this evening, so we can more delicately enjoy the bites of our cereal here. So this is it with the milk. Looks great. So we're going to take a bite here. Great crunch factor. Really combines well with the milk. Brings out that cream, you know. Tastes a lot like it's sweetened with honey in there, which is pretty fancy. But it's not vegan for some of our viewers out there who may fear for the lives of little bees. So we're going to keep that in mind and take away a few points for that. All in all, it's pretty great flake cereal. Sure beats Frosted Flakes, Corn Flakes, other forms of flake by Kellogg's, Post perhaps. Although it's expensive, you're going to enjoy the flavor of the Kamut for sure. A different kind of grain you're not going to find in your usual wheat cereals, which is really nice taste and touch from our tasty friends at Nature's Path Valley Company and Co. And take another bite of that cereal, because it's really great there. It's great to feel satiated. It's nice to see they included some double-sized flakes in there. Really bring up that bite. And sometimes cereal can get a little monotonous with the same size flake all the time, but those double-sized flake really mix up the textures as you're plowing through that bowl, which is nice to hear. We've got another unboxing here, folks. Here we have the Santa Claus tin. 47 from Ramba. I want to thank one of our viewers for giving us a tip, putting us on this. So you find these at Ramba. They're only $6. You think it's kind of expensive for a tin, but the thing about this tin, and it's pretty magical. Well, at least we heard. I want to show this up close. Actually, show this. I'm gonna see it up close, folks. We care about you. Unbox that shit. Oh yeah, see that? Top comes off really easy. Looks great. Inside, round and shiny container filled with none other than cookies. It looks like. Looks great. We're gonna try one of these cookies here. That's nice. $1 includes these cookies. Actually, I think I had this wrong earlier. I quoted myself as saying $6 price, but here's it's only $2. Which is a great price for a tin filled with cookies. If you're looking for something to give your friends and family at Christmas time, perhaps silk would be a good choice. You can find that at Zellers in the Hudson Bay location, and you can also find that at Sophies and participating Subways. So here we have the Koki from Dollarama. Looks very nice. Great roundness factor. Appears to be coated with some sort of crystalline sugar. Nice little cracks in the surface. Gotta say, real good size. Thickness factor. Got a lot of factors here. That's really looking good. So we're happy with the multiple drinks because we have the tea here to enjoy with the cookie. Great chew factor. Excellent finish, real spicy taste. Something you don't get in a lot of cookies from the shop, so it's nice at Dollarama that includes such wonderful flavors in there. Everything got that ginger feel. Real like a real spice cookie with a light color, it might fool you. But definitely with that coating white sugar on the outside, it really opens up your tongue and salivates you to get you ready to suck that cookie down. I think it would go great with a little glass of tea as well. No, we're not wrong here today. It's a real nice finish to that cookie as well. It doesn't get stuck in your teeth. Real bendy. See that there? Beautiful. It's from our friends at Dollarama. One of the best parts of doing this show is the food that they send us in from all over the world. I want to say thanks to Zeddy here for hooking us up with a lot of our pals. I met Albert Sobey through Zeddy and his connections. Oh, that's really nice of him. And through Bear, we managed to catch up with the people at Dollarama. So we'd like to thank our bears here today. If you got anything you'd like to see us review on the program, maybe you could put it in the chat, put it in the comments. We don't know how to check the comments with our phone. We don't think. Or maybe we do. We don't know how to check the chat with our phone at all. Maybe you can do this. So we're going to see if there's any messages in the chat where anyone is requesting a review from home. What do we have here? Okay. Oh, that's great. So we got a few people who are considering purchasing the soy milk, and that's nice. We gotta say that it's definitely worth the purchase. Sometimes it goes on for $3.49 at Sophies, which is a significantly better deal than the regular price $3.99. If you can find it for a deal, buy it up. It's fine. Sometimes it doesn't go bad for several months. You're not dealing with a product like cow's milk here. You're dealing with some sort of magical thing from the Silk Soya factory in the future. But we don't have any suggestions there in the chat from the fans, but that's okay. We have a special and important review now, and that review is the rat. We're going to review the rat. In the backyard, there lives a rat. He's a nice little guy, and there's probably more than one rat, too. But sometimes the rat gets up to no good. And this is what the rat did here. I'm going to show you that. So we have this nice squash that we're growing out on the patio, and the rat shows up at night, takes a couple bites out of there, gets fucking knocks it off the thing and shit, runs away. Rat doesn't know what to do. That's fine. So, I want to give the rat a good 10 out of 10 for being a rat there. And a really, really good job by the rat. I'm going to thank it for continuing to live. And we're going to keep hooking it up with some nice tasty treats out in the yard. But we have another squash here from Enterprise Industries. So here it might look like one of those decorative squashes you get at Halloween. And that's a great thing because this is if you want it to be. But you could also eat this one because this was an edible squash at one point. So we're going to give that a nice 8 out of 10 for its multi-use factor. We haven't tasted this yet, so the taste rating actually is not going to be coming for a while. We might show you that on the show next week. We might have a comment here in our chat. Okay. It says, review almond milks. I really struggle with the almond milking. So, this can be a problem for people. They don't know how to milk the almonds at home. If you get the almonds, one of the first things that you need to do to the almonds is ask them to milk themselves, because they're not going to do that. You can't force them to do that. You're going to have to ask them to milk themselves. And if they'll do that for you, you can get the milk that you want. And I'd review it if it was here, but we don't have any today. But I'll definitely give the almonds all a personal 10 out of 10 for being such good sports. And can the rat review the squash? We don't have the rat here in the house today. But maybe on the show next week, we will get back to you with the rat's opinion on the squash and the yard as well, because it's nice to hear the animal perspective. I'm going to take another bite of the cereal, see how it lasts out with the timing factor. It's taken on a new but palatable softness, but there still is that crunch factor left from the cereals which were not submerged in the milk. Highly recommend not totally submerging this form of cereal so you can maintain that crunch and softness dichotomy throughout your consumption of the bowl. We have another special review here. This is from our friends at Sophies. We have the Signal vegetable oil from Signal. 3 liters of vegetable oil. I'd make you guess the price, but I'm going to tell you the price. $4.99. Some of the best value that I've ever seen on air or anywhere. This oil, it contains canola oil and or soybean oil. And I found that to be a great value myself. To not know what oil was in the container, yet have it be the possibility of 2 oils or perhaps both oils, was very enlightening and refreshing. It let me know that it didn't really matter which one it was. I just need some oil to get the job done. And if you're wise, you can separate the 2 oils and sell the soybean oil by itself for even more than you pay for the Signal. And that's wise, a wise thing that some of our viewers can do at home. And if you're real good, you can return some of the old bottles with just the canola in them and get your money back for those Signals as well. And say there was no and or soybean in this. And they'll give you your money right back. It was a great bite. One of the best bites yet. Wow, I really got to take a minute to reflect on that bite, because there aren't a lot of bites like that in the world. So we're going to unbox these cookies again. See if we can find anything new. This can be hard with one hand. We'd highly recommend unboxing these with 2 hands. But we got it open all the same, so for our one-arm guest, you still should be able to have no trouble getting this box open. It looks like inside is actually only cookies. All the way, I don't know, you can see the bottom there, but we went down all the way to the bottom and it's just cookies. You know, these are a little reminiscent of the Signal here. which is great because they have a taste of value in them. I believe it is. There's a large flavor of value. So, we can give that cookie individually as a cookie. A 7.5 out of 10. Real good cookie. Real nice. I would say all cookies are good. So in these cookie ratings, it might seem a little harsh, but they won't mean anything if we don't say that 2 out of 10 cookie, it's still fine. That's probably the cookie you got at Tim Hortons or something. All right, so you get just 5 out of 10 cookie. That's a cookie you made yourself that they kind of even fucked up. But a 7.5 out of 10 cookie, that's a real good cookie you got at Christmas potluck or something like that. So this is a nice cookie. And so you can take cookies even further. But this cookie doesn't even need to go that far. It's real good. Saying good enough to eat at a Christmas potluck. Eat 7 to 10 of them. Sit down on the couch, have a hurt. Get up. Eat 3 more. Eat in the Nanaimo bar. If you like the little pieces of bread, eat the little pieces of bread. If you like cookies, eat the cookies. I mean the crackers though. If you like the crackers, eat the crackers. Put the cheese. If you got the cheese, you don't need to eat cheese, so you just eat those crackers. And that's nice. So we just had the Bretons, the Triscuits, the Ritzits on the show tonight. The Wheat Thins, the Cars Table Water, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. But we don't have any crackers on the show tonight because our friends at Cracker Emporium couldn't get back to us. And that's alright because we know they're pretty busy this time of year. We're gonna review the chat here. Gonna say this is a great chat this evening. 17 out of 10 chat. A lot of big thanks. We're gonna have a celebration chew. Nice. Real nice. Maintaining the same texture it had mere minutes ago, which is beautiful. You can't say that about a lot of cereals after the long smoke, I'm going to put some of our products aside for a minute. Big thanks to our sponsors again, Sophies, Red Green Show, Silk, Free Pots, Multiple Drinks, Casual Friday. This is a huge one, actually, folks. This is one of, no, I'm not gonna say it's our first fan mail. We get a lot of fan mail, have for a long time, because we got a lot of fans. But this is the first fan mail unboxing you're gonna see on air. So this is a pretty big moment. We're feeling pretty good about this. What we have here is a package that came in the mail a couple days ago from one of our fans. And I'd like to say thanks for sending us this nice package. We haven't opened it yet because we're excited. I'm fearing. We should open this on the stream, so our fan can truly see the excitement on our face when we open the package. So that's what we're going to do right here today. That's really nice wrapping. Gotta say, great job. Very shiny. Makes me feel like I'm going to space, which is a nice feature. Wrapping paper, I always like to feel like going to space. There's a little note down here in the bottom. Oh, there's a note. There's a note for a minute. So, that's real nice. Wow, that's what we like to see. So thanks a lot for this note. This is beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see that there, but it says... It looks like you can't. Well, too bad. It says, keep it up. You see that? from the fans. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Keep it up from the fans. Thanks a lot, fans. So, like we said, really nice space paper. Gotta say, way nicer than any Christmas presents I ever get. The space paper is beautiful. We should probably celebrate the moon landing with packages like this gift exchange, space themed gifts for you and your friend. So we're gonna snap back here a little bit. So no, well, they don't really fit, but that's okay. We're gonna peel back the space paper to reveal whatever our fans sent us. And before we take out what's inside, gotta say, the attention to detail here was amazing. We really like seeing this milk crate because that's useful for us to bring some of our supplies and prizes and foods out to the shows all around the world, you know, as we travel the globe and the city. And so we're going to haul this out. We might have to lay this down, so it looks a little heavy. I'm going to put down the microphone for a second. Alright, folks, it looks like they sent us a pumpkin. That's really awesome of them to send us this pumpkin. You know, Halloween's coming up. It's the fall. This is the time of the squash. So we had a few squashes we showed you earlier. We actually had this other squash here. This is the pumpkin squash, which, you know, most people around these parts just use these to carve jack-o'-lantern creatures at Halloween to cause trouble and bump in the night. But what they don't often consider is the great value of the pumpkin. See, this was only $4.99. That's $5. $5 bill can get you this pumpkin because there's no tax. You can carve this pumpkin and make beautiful art if you want, and that's the noble cause. But what you can also do is eat this pumpkin, and that's cheap because look how big this pumpkin is. Show me some food that you can get for $5 that you like almost gotta pick up with two hands, right? That's good shit. So that's a great deal. Now we know these are $5 because we were at Sophies today and we were looking at the pumpkins, eyeing them, wishing that we had one. But we didn't have $5. But thanks to our fans, we have this pumpkin now, and we're probably gonna eat this tomorrow because it's a big day. We have a Thanksgiving Day coming up at the house tomorrow, which would be a nice treat for those involved. It's actually to celebrate the screening of our brand new film, Ashley, which came out the other day. We want you guys to tune in on our YouTube. You can find that on our channel here somewhere else. You can find our film, Ashley. Check that out. Me and Randy worked real hard, Max too, to bring you something that we really got to say is from a whole new world and a whole new level, brand new type of cinemas, as we continue to push the envelope around here on Logy Bay Groovers broadcast. But, and it's a big butt, and it's a nice butt too. This is about the end of the show, but we have one more special unboxing for you. So stay tuned. We got to get this pumpkin out of the way for a second. And again, thanks to the fan for sending in that pumpkin. That's great. That's going to go a long way towards us staying alive. Logy Bay Groovers always try to eat well, try to eat our vegetables, because we're trying to stay big and strong out there, lift up all the equipment to bring you these streams year after year and day after day till we retire and expire. So what we have right here is a special unboxing, folks. This is the new Amazon Unbox from Amazon Company, subsidiary of Microsoft Corporation. we don't want to put this box in the candle because we know there can be trouble when you combine the box with the candle. We might show our address on the show there, folks, so that's fine. You can send me a DM if you want my address. Just send me a package, that's alright. You can probably Google my name and find my address too. That's not up to me anymore. I don't choose where information about myself is allowed to go in the future. So we're just going to accept that dystopia and say you can Google my address and send me whatever you want. And that'll be real nice. You probably even saw the outside of my house on the shows. You could just find it on Google Maps. I live in St. John's. So here you go. We have the new Amazon Unbox. So what makes this box such a great box for unboxing is this is actually the Unbox. This box has lost its box-like formation and turned into an unbox, which allows you to use it for many things. For example, a painting surface is a great way to utilize the unbox. We used this before to paint something on our show, the birdhouse that you may have saw a few episodes ago. So if you want to do some painting in your house, the Amazon Corporation Unbox is a great choice for that. Thank our friend Jeff Bezos for sending that out. It's really nice of him again to give us a free box. I know he doesn't have a lot of time on his hands, so it's really nice that he can send out something as wholesome and nice as a big free box like that. Thanks to our friend Jeff Bezos for that box. So here we are on the program. We want you again to watch the Ashley broadcast. Up next, in 1 week from today, we have a huge show coming up at the ship with our godfather Craig Squires putting it all off. So we want to see our big fans down at the ship. We'll have eats and treats and prizes for everyone. I even heard tell there's going to be some vegan Fraser Farm meatballs. I don't know about that, Bear. Bear, that is beautiful. Bear is going to make some vegan Fraser Farm meatballs and gravy for the show next week at the ship. So we like to see a lot of fans down there. Thanks for tuning in again. We're going to review the audience this time and give you a 10 out of 10. Thanks, guys. That's amazing. We don't have anyone here to push the stop button. So we're just going to crawl down. And thanks again to our fans for sending in that pumpkin. That was awesome, guys.